Good morning, Didge. Where were you? Where's Anna? She's missing. She's clearly on a dog adventure somewhere. Oh, I see her. She's way down there. What is she rooting in? Check on the livestock this morning. Everybody doing good in here? Oh, you need some water, huh? There we go. Okay. Everybody's happy now? Ah, that chicken ranching, man, it just gets in your blood. With the way that is, do you think there's any reason to keep the load, like the weight low on it? Should I keep fertilizer out of it and run the seed boxes half empty? Okay, that's what I wondered too. Yeah, because I wondered that same thing. No, I've never seen them knife down. Well, if you watched the last video, which you should have, of course, you would know that we broke a major part on the planter last night. Isla and I were planting along, and we got a very large rock. The rock hit this track directly. It didn't hit the row units at all. It hit this track, broke off a couple of these oscillation stops, which I have confirmed that is what they are. So they prevent the track from over-rotating one direction or the other and doing anything crazy and flipping over. So here's a healthy one. There's a not-so-healthy one. I just spoke with somebody in the know whose name I will not say because I don't want to have him sound like he's held liable for anything. But I believe between my extremely small amount of knowledge and his knowledge that's slightly greater than mine, that these are not load-bearing at all. And as long as I stay out of the mud or steep draws or swales, I should be okay. There is another piece in Illinois, and I'm hoping we can have it up here by tomorrow. Hold up, I better check this. Kind of important. Try to do this on everything every day. Farmers Business Network was created by farmers to put farmers first. So join me and tens of thousands of other farmers over at FBN.com, where it's free to become a member. You can get access to their digital insight system. You can get transparent pricing on things like seed, chemical, and animal health, and you can get instant approval for things like ag financing and marketing premiums. Again, it's free to become a member, so join me and everybody else over at FBN.com. I'm pretty confident it's not like it's a poor casting, it's not a poor design. I think it's a complete fluke. That rock was buried, bad angle, high speed planting. Things happen. So far everything looks good, but I did start with the fertilizer low. I've only got 50 gallons of fertilizer left, so I'm gonna plant that out. Maybe make a couple rounds without any so we get some test strips in here anyway, just to keep some load off the hitch until I maybe know a little bit more, because I am actually now in touch with an engineer from Susie, which is the company that builds these tracks. So I'm gonna learn a little bit more from them as we go, I guess. A wise man on social media named Carl Armstrong told me that you should always plant with the parts you have, not the parts you need. So I think that's good advice in this case. No issues so far. I'm getting a lot of comments online on my Facebook and Instagram on this, so I want to clarify a couple of things here. So number one, that cannot be welded. It's a non-malleable cast. The whole piece, the whole guts would have to come out to weld it, which is what we're going to have to do to replace it anyway. So it cannot be welded on the farm because the whole piece would have to be sent to somebody with the specialized equipment to be able to heat that whole piece up to temperature. We can't weld it. We can't. That's not an option. The other thing is, yes, TerraClear was out and cleared the rocks in this field. However, that was obviously, if you watch the video, the last video, it was obviously a freshly buried and covered rock. It was covered with fresh tillage. Nobody could have seen that rock, or else Isla and I would have seen it. But the really good news is there's been no issues so far. So I'm gonna put some fertilizer in, and we've got a replacement part coming from Illinois. Open that. Yep. Two products going in here. So we're putting in the zinc product right now, and we've got the Inhabit P in there already. So those will blend off in there and hopefully help our seeds get a good start here. I'm sending it. No problems so far. Everything's green. We've actually, I only have one round left in this field. Someone's got to wash my windows. I certainly can't do it because I'm a millennial and I shouldn't have to get my hands dirty like that, but someone should wash them for me. Like I say, one round left in this field. Let's see, so we had almost 100 acres done yesterday. So I put in 65 acres or so far today. No problems. On to the next, I guess. Now here's part of where the boundaries I've been setting on these fields comes in handy. So you can see the boundary that I've got around this field. That's the pink line here. Maybe I can only zoom like that. And then the little thin blue lines is actually the auto steer that this tractor is going to follow around to put the headlands around this field. So it's all mapped out around the edges. That's what I did with the Gator. Mapped it out around these edges to make sure I can auto steer around, and that row is going to be right where I want it. Then I made sure, of course, I got the flag hanging out the side of the Gator to make sure I'm clear of any of the trees or the rock piles or anything like that. So as long as I put it in the computer correctly here, it should work well. It did work in the last field. So it's up to the genius inputting the information to make sure it works out well. And it should handle this corner just fine. I usually slow down a little bit just because. There we go. It is auto steering around that corner, right where I told it to go. And it shouldn't hit that rock, and if it does, I'll get it on video. Nope, we're clear. That's not a clip that I wanted to have on video, so all good there. A lot of good planting going on. I probably shouldn't stop, but I decided to hop out and just take a look at things, just to put eyeballs on stuff. But I got about 130 acres down today so far, and all is going well. Old shotgun shell. I'm just kidding, I'll pick it up. Everything looking good so far. No issues with that track. Everything's tracking straight. I'm glad I'm not sitting still. Everything looks okay inside here. I have not noticed any issues. Make sure our depth seems good here. 2 inches, right where I want it to be. And I have verified by manually running the fertilizer system that all the nozzles are going. Time for more fertilizer, as I like to call it once in a while. Dusty out here. Another field down. Need a little bit of diesel. See how fast those numbers move? They move 3 times that fast to the negative in my bank account as this runs. And off again. In and out. I did grab some of the pizza that was on the counter as well. Another very nearby field. This is the original homesteaded quarter here from 1868. The family did have a house on the other side over there to the east of this quarter for a while, and then in 1906 they moved to the site that we're at right now, over, you know, that way to the north, where you can see it back there where the bins are. Those bins weren't there though in 1906. It's changed a little bit. This is another field here where I have a boundary put on it, and I can switch my guidance lines over to run the boundary. I just got to remember how to do it every time. Boundary fill. That's the boundary. Go on. Generated. We're going to call it track 2. We're going to save that. There it is. I got my 60-foot spacing. 2 rounds there. I think that all looks good. Population is set. I'm not running variable rate map. My pump is turned on. PTO on. Enable that. Turn on my EPG. CCS. Vacuum left. Vacuum right. Seed star. Fill, accept the warning. Fill it. This is going to fill the plates, so when I set the planter down, it's already got seeds in there. And it should be up and running. gear, set my speed, dial it back here for the corner, set the planter down, rev her up, auto steer, and I do like to drop the marker anyway because I feel more confident about it then. So I do still have the markers. I do drop them on my first pass around the fields. If you don't have the markers, you got to put the weight out there anyway to equalize the weight. And this way I figure, you know, if anything crazy ever happens and I don't have auto steer or capabilities of GPS, I still have markers. Increasing velocity. 8 o'clock at night now. I love this time of day doing anything in the field because my phone quits ringing because most people are done working for the day, so they don't want to talk to me, which is fantastic because I don't want to talk to them either. I can just sit out here, turn the radio on, except for when I'm making YouTube clips because that would be, there are copyright laws with music and stuff. But I love it. It's just quiet after a day. You guys see 15 minutes of what I do during the day. The rest of it is sometimes easy and sometimes just scrambling, pulling my hair out, phone ringing off the hook, trying to coordinate everything. Guess I don't know what else I'd rather do though. So I can't complain. Dad's grabbing a few more rocks over on that side of the ditch. This field is cut in two. We got 80 acres here and 60 there. It's a perfect quarter, except that ditch just snakes right through the center of it. And it's been dark to the west and especially to the south all day long, but we have managed to avoid any rain. Windows are still dirty though. Nobody's cleaned those for me yet. You guys want to see something cool? Yeah. I got nothing. Thanks for watching. Why are you still here? Go on, get.